Team Hyper San Diego Gas Lamp Race. So we are at a race in San Diego. It's me, Brian King, and I think John Elliott was there, and I know Tomato was there. It was awesome because there was a big cycling event along with lots of other things going on in the area. So before the race happens, I tell Brian King, who at the time had a big head start on inlines as well as being on Team Hyper before me. His biggest advantage was he lived with Doug Glass, who was Tom Peterson's little pet. Doug was out of town being a superstar athlete, so it was just Brian and I. LOL. As per normal, we are talking about strategy and I volunteer to lead Brian out. Brian is a passive person and didn't really have any input. Eddie Metzger is our competition, and I use that term loosely as in not remotely my competition. The course was a .5 course with 4 left turns. I tell Brian to never lead no matter what, and I would do all the work and lead him out. I did this for that team all the time and those dudes never returned the favor. The race was 20 minutes plus 2 laps. So the way the race worked out was like I diagrammed it, and Eddie played the role I wrote for him. He would lead pretty strong for a lap taking these wide easy turns, then I'd lead to the left of the course so the turns would be much tighter and I'd hammer the turns. After every turn that I led, Eddie would be out of the draft because he can't turn left. When I say he can't turn left, I mean compared to an indoor skater. Brian easily stayed on him. After I'd lead, I'd move over and Brian would let me in. I thought it was funny because when I moved over, Eddie would try and jump me. He couldn't though because of his horrible corners. The race went on and on like this. Every one of Eddie's laps were the same, fairly strong pace with slow wide corners on the right side of the road, and like I said, I'd hug the left side of the road and cross the corners hard and tight. So I'm leading and they ring the bell and say 2 laps to go. This puts Eddie in the lead on the last lap. Frankly, no matter what the lap count worked out to be, Eddie would have been in the lead because I wasn't going to lead him out. LOL. So I move over and it's 1 lap to go and Brian is on my wheel. I back off Eddie so I can build speed so we can blow by him so he can't get in the draft. There's a corner, then a short block, then a corner, and about 200 meters to the finish line. I blow by Eddie on the second to last corner, and then as I'm entering the second corner I notice Brian is way off me. Eddie was gapped massively, so I coasted the last 100 meters and Brian barely passed me. LOL. This is my point of view. I'm sure the other players in the event have their own mindset of how and why they skated the way they did, and that's fine. I'd love to hear their viewpoint. LOL. I know I'm hard on Eddie. I will always give him what he deserves from me. Zero respect. I don't know one user's skater that thinks he's anything other than a punk.